We may have just learned that Mark Pope has a dark side. I don't know. Mr. Gratitude with some behind the scenes stories at Kentucky practice last year where he's got a little edge to him. Amari Williams was telling a story. He was on, I don't know what podcast this was. I've been trying to figure it out, but it's a clip that went viral on TikTok. And Amari is going through some just stories from his year at Kentucky last year. And many of them were very positive, just great experience, all this fun stuff that I did on my way to becoming an NBA player. One of them was, yeah, Mark Pope had us in hell. And to paraphrase this story, basically one player showed up, quote, on time, but not on time. And if you've ever played on any basketball team ever, you know the coaches will pull that trick. You better be 5 minutes early or you're late. Well, apparently someone on Kentucky did that last year, and as punishment, Amari said that he was kind of like, "Are we going to have to run?" Mark Pope didn't make him run, didn't acknowledge it, didn't do anything. They go through an entire practice. Mark Pope is his happy-go-lucky, gratitude-driven self, and then when they end, Mark Pope says, "All right, guys, on the line." And I guess they normally end practice with what's called a 17, which I actually used to run these on my high school team in high school. We would just start on one sideline, you run, touch the opposite sideline, back and forth 17 times. Doing one to two of these is not all that difficult. Doing 17 of them in a row will make any man question their entire life. And that's what Mark Pope made them do. Amari said him and his teammates normally do one. They were called back for a second. They were called back for a third. They're all looking at each other like, what is going on? Brandon Garrison was in the chat, apparently, of this live show. And just like, I still have nightmares about this. So apparently Mark Pope traumatized his entire Kentucky team quietly without anyone noticing last year. I'm kind of shocked that Mark Pope has this in him. What do you think of this story?
No, that was my same exact thought. I didn't think he was a hard ass like that. I didn't think he had any Herb Brooks in him. He's always because he's such like a bubbly dude in every other media context I see him. This is the only hard ass story I've heard about him. Um, there was a question in a tweet that I saw. Who do you think the player who was late was or on time? If it was preseason, it had to be Kirk Risa, no doubt about it. It was so on brand. But if it was after he got hurt, maybe Carr, maybe Brea. I don't know.
Brea is a surprising choice. He's precise. I wouldn't expect Kobe Bryant. Kirk Risa is right in
I don't
line.
think it's Owe.
You don't think Owe?
Mm-mm. Maybe.
I'm looking throughout. Like, why do I feel like Ansley Almanor would be the guy? And everyone's just like, dude, really, really, Ansley. It's a hilarious visual because you're right. Mark Pope is just such a bubbly dude, and by all accounts, he's a players coach too,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
not to, I don't know. This is probably really stupid, but it's 7:21 a.m. Eastern right now, so why not? I'm going to compare myself to Mark Pope. When I coached high school basketball here in Michigan for like 7 or 8 years, I definitely considered myself a player's coach, and I rarely went the discipline route. That doesn't resonate with me as a player at all, and I didn't want to implement that. So I like, there's one to two times I've had to do this, and I remember in the moment feeling like it just wasn't genuine. Me
Hmm.
trying to be a hard ass with the players. And even there's one, I had like a captain that I really got close with who pulled me aside after practice and was just like, we don't buy when you do that shit. I kind of wonder if that element happened. Like, are these guys in the Kentucky practice facility after, like, coach, come on. Like, this
I don't
isn't.
know. He's intimidating though, Mark Pope.
Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm. That's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girls' sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that, but honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy. Love his wife. Love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more. You think?
Well, he's just big.
Yeah.
Like if a big dude gets in your face like that and gets angry, I'm backing down. I'm 5'9", like a buck 60. I'm not gonna get in his face. But uh, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to be in the room to see if I really buy it or not.
Yeah. It's one of those things
I
wish.
can't picture it. I can't picture Mark Pope in any other segment than like smiling after a win.
Or he might have been like psycho smiling as this happened and like
Mm.
cracking jokes with the guys. And I would love to know how the players perceived it because this exact thing did happen to the team I played on once. And I said we ran these 17s. We basically had to go through exactly this. A player no show to practice, and we ran like 20 17s at the end of it. Four kids on our team quit in the middle of this and never came back. So it does have me wondering, like, I mean, Kirk Reese kind of like left the team at a certain point, right? Like
Did, I thought I thought he got like injured and then just kind of backed off.
he did. I'm yeah,
Is he still playing?
yeah, he's at Cincy now.
Oh, no way.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. He's
Yeah,
gonna take the Jizzle James job if he doesn't get back in the court.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm in my head like by the end of the season it was like, well, there were like four Kentucky players hurt and out. What if they just weren't hurt the
Mm.
whole time and they're
So
just like,
maybe he was pushing him a little too hard throughout the season.
yeah, could
How
be.
how many years has Mark Pope been a head coach? How many years was he at BYU?
Ooh, I want to say like we're going on 8 or 9. I'll get your number though. Log into the trusty Ken Palm here.
So he
If
was
this
at
was,
Utah Valley for 4 years, and he was at BYU for 5, and
oh yeah,
this
we're
would
going
be
on 10, we're
his.
going on 11 this year.
Yeah, so he's experienced. I feel like new coaches sometimes don't know how much they can push their players. But if he's on year 11, um, and I don't remember his BYU teams ever getting like super injured or overworked, um like a Thibodeau team, like a Thibs team. Like I don't
Yeah.
remember like Mark Pope's BYU teams being that way. So maybe I feel like this is probably a one-off.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I'm just laughing at the visual of like four of Kentucky, like Jackson Robinson be like, I didn't come back from my 5th year for this shit, coach. Like, oh, now he's day to day after. It's just a hilarious visual to me. All right. Well, Mark Pope has a dark side, Dark Pope, we can now call him. I don't know what we do with that.